Arkansas was founded on June 15, 1836. The U.S. acquired the region from Mexico under the terms of the 1848 Treaty Guadalupe Hidalgo and the 1853 Gadsden Purchase. Arkansas became the 48th state. This video is going to focus on the historical events of Arkansas. Arkansas became part of the U.S. under the terms of the Gadsden Purchase. The Gadsden Purchase was an agreement between the United States and Mexico in 1854. The United States then agreed to pay Mexico $10 million for a 29,670 square mile portion of Mexico, which later became part of Arkansas and New Mexico. This land was necessary for the U.S. for railroads in hopes of resolving conflicts caused by the Mexican-American War. In 1854, Illinois prompted a bill to create the Treaty of Nebraska, a vast area of land that would soon become Kansas, Nebraska, and Montana. This treaty invited the debate over slavery in the U.S., which led to the Civil War. California had banned slavery, leaving a question for other states if they should be a slaveholding state or become a free state. Arkansas and other states acquired from the Mexican-American War were left to decide for themselves whether to permit slavery within their borders. Arkansas decided to be a slaveholding state. The Reconstruction era was before the Civil War, and it was the Union trying to convert the southern states to join them. It was a way to bring protection or political support for African Americans. Arkansas was very anxious during this era, since they wanted to reclaim as much old power as possible, even if that meant regaining control of public offices through extra-legal means. Arkansas was a part of the Confederacy before the Civil War, which means that they were a slaveholding state, so racism was very evident in the area. Examples of this were the sundown towns. The sundown towns were a solution for whites to drive out the African American population. They were all white neighborhoods in the United States that practice a form of racial segregation by excluding non-whites. Arkansas's sundown towns were located all over, but larger towns included Paragould and Springdale. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments were passed in 1865, 1866, and 1869. The 13th was to abolish slavery, 14th was that all people born in the U.S. get citizenship, and the 15th was that all African Americans have the right to vote. Slavery was abolished in Arkansas the same year the 13th Amendment was passed. The Arkansas General Assembly convened for the special session in the old State House and with a unanimous vote ratified the 13th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which abolished slavery. Arkansas refused to ratify the proposed 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. However, they did pass the state's first state law providing for state-supported public schools, though the schools were limited to whites. Then, in 1868, the Arkansas State Constitution was rewritten to give African Americans the right to vote and hold office, making Arkansas the first former Confederate state to do so. The Gilded Age was between 1878 and 1889, and was given the name due to the many great fortunes it granted America. It was the rapid growth of industrialization and immigrants in America. The production of iron, steel rose, lumber, gold, and silver increased rapidly, which started the demand for steel and oil, and railroad development boomed as trains moved goods from the resource-rich West and East. Arkansas was also lavished during this time period. They were able to thrive with the prices of all farm products declining steadily. Cotton prices led the way down and had the greatest impact on Arkansas's farmers because the crops were of local importance.